Good afternoon, Big Brother fans. It is me, Mike, BB Gossip. It is close to 2 p.m. in the Big Brother house, close to 5. I am on the road to go have dinner with one of my kiddos for his birthday and doing a very brief little podcast. I may do another one later today. We'll see. If I don't anticipate any additional information from what I'm going to tell you right now, but I may have a little bit more time to talk. This one's going to be a short one again, much like the additional little info I stuck at the top of, or at the beginning of the one I did this morning. So, the feeds are not back. We have now been told by CBS the feeds are not coming back until midnight Eastern time, 9 p.m. Big Brother time at least, probably a couple minutes after that. So they're keeping the feeds off until after Unlocked, which is that add-on show they did. I am honestly perturbed, annoyed, whatever you want to call it. I initially had that gut reaction like they promised us they weren't going to do this stuff, and I feel like they're doing it they're keeping the feeds from us right now, and partly to get people to watch the TV show. And the problem is that there's only one person out there that's involved with the actual production of the show that has an online social media presence, and that is Taylor. Is the only one I see. I don't look for Derek, and I can't blame Taylor for this because she's not the one making those kind of calls, right? She is and I mean this with all due respect for Taylor, she's a talking head, she is an analyst, but she is not in charge of deciding what happens on the CBS show Big Brother, other than maybe she has ideas for things to talk about. But she's not saying, let's keep the feeds off while we do this, right? That's not her call. That is a much different group of people making that. So I'm not mad at Taylor or Derek or the camera, the funny, guy that's playing the production assistant that they have. Or maybe he is a production assistant. But the point is, I'm not blaming him either. Not blaming Lance Bass, who's going to be on the show tonight. Not blaming anybody except for probably Allison Grodner and Rich Meehan and a couple of other people. And it's just because I feel like they don't care about us as fans. So, anyways. Well, there goes a piece of debris on the road. Anyways, it is what it is. And I feel bad because I made a post earlier today that was kind of a tongue-in-cheek joke because both Chelsea, who's been on this Unlocked show as a guest, and Sharon, who I have talked to Tharp, who I have talked about before, and I talked about earlier today about things she'd said. She's just a journalist, and I don't mean just as disrespectful. I just mean she's even further removed from the actual show. They both made comments that they thought, based on what they knew, because they were at the taping last night and they kind of had some inside information, sounds like today's live feeds would be chaotic. What they didn't know is that we weren't going to get to see today's live feeds. They thought we were, I think. I'm sure they did. And so they said that to kind of get excitement going and get people talking. The problem is that we haven't been allowed to see them, and we're not going to be allowed to see them. And so several people were making comments. I was grumbling, and when I was watching the show last night, or watching the feeds thinking they might come back at one point, they run a feed of animals, right? And I screens capped. I saw that at one point, one of the cats knocked over a camera. So that's kind of like, and I thought, as soon as I saw this, I thought, that's a chaotic moment, right? And also one of the dogs was licking the camera, and you could actually see its mouth. And I was like, that's a chaotic moment too, if you want to call it chaos. And so I took those two little bits, I put a bed of Big Brother music that is kind of chaotic and exciting, and I put it under it. And then when the camera fell over, I added a sound effect, because why wouldn't we have sound effects, of a car screeching tires and an explosion. Like, there you go. So there's your Big Brother chaotic music, followed by car screeching and an explosion. And there's your chaos on the live feeds today. Well, I thought I was being funny, and I posted it. And I think other people thought it was being funny too, but I included a quote of Dingo's quote of Chelsea and Sharon, and I think maybe some people took it that I was poking at Chelsea and Sharon for their comments, like they were leading us on or they were misleading us, and that's not what I meant at all. And so I felt bad. I've said it clearly, and I'm saying it again, obviously, right here. That is not my intent. I am not holding them responsible at all. I feel bad. I thought it was funny as I could be given the situation. It's one of those, if I'm not laughing, I'd be crying things, right? So that's what the purpose of this for, was to say, first of all, we don't know anything. Other than I do know, or I have been told, that someone's been evicted. Or someone will be evicted before the feeds come back tonight. That's what I was told, that someone will be evicted before the feeds come back. So something is going on today. They may not even be evicted yet. It may still be yet to happen. Whatever they're doing on the live feeds, someone is going to be evicted, and we don't know who. Now, as I say this, I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. Unlocked was already recorded. It's long in the can at this point, so I don't know what they're going to show us on Unlocked, but obviously they're not going to show us who got evicted or give us much of a clue. I don't know. I'm just like, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed with production for doing this to us, but it happens every year. It's death by 1,000 paper cuts, whatever you want to call it, and we just got a couple more. So, point is, feeds are going to be down until midnight. When the feeds come back, midnight Eastern time, when the feeds come back, somebody is evicted out of the house. Don't know who. The other thing Sharon said was that the Battle of the Block is going to be, or Blockbuster is still on, at least for now. But that's it. Have fun. Enjoy. Please don't say mean things to anybody that you see online that is affiliated with the show, because none of them have a say in the show, other than Allison, who never really tweets, and I'm not on Twitter anymore. So keep it in mind. Have a good rest of your evening. I may talk to you guys again later tonight. But again, I know Sharon's not going to hear this. I know that Chelsea's not going to hear this. But if they were to hear it, I am so sorry if anything I said caused you guys to get grief from the fandom. That was not my intent at all, and I just feel bad for them. I just feel bad. It's just not. I mean, it stinks. Criticism stinks no matter what, and no matter what people say. It's like when you get people digging at whatever you say and attacking you for something you've said. It's like, yeah, it bothers people. If it doesn't bother you, then you've really got a super thick skin, and most of us don't. So there we go. With that, on that pleasant and happy note, I wish you a wonderful Friday night, and I hope when the feeds come back at midnight that we get to see something exciting, although I'm just not sure what's going to have happened. Take care, everybody. See you later. Bye-bye.